In this problem, we've got to identify the GCF, or greatest common factor, and then factor that GCF out of the expression. So when we find the greatest common factor, we are looking for the greatest number that comes out, the greatest variable of each, and then we kind of put that all together. So there's a couple different ways to do this. One is you can just look at them and try to find the biggest number that will go into all three of them. Another way is that you can factor them. So we can say, okay, 24, well that factors, we can do a little factor tree. 6 times 4 is 24, 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 2 is 2. So 24 has 2 cubed times 3, okay? Next, let's do 38. 38, oh, this is going to be quick, isn't it? 2 and 19, and that kind of gives us a big clue, doesn't it? So it might just be 2. 2 might be the biggest number that will come out of those. 12, we can do similarly. 3 times 4, and then 2 times 2. So it's just 3 times 2 times 2. Oops, equals. So we'll just do 2 squared times 3. So we want the number, the biggest number that's in common in each column. Well, in this one, in this 19, we should put over here. This one, it's just a 2. That's the biggest. There's not a 3 in common in all three, and there's not a 19. So the only thing that all three have in common is 1, 2. So as far as the number part goes, it's just going to be a 2 that comes out. Okay, let's look at the a's. This has a squared, a to the 5th, a cubed. So we have to take the least one. We know a squared will come out of all three. We have b to the 8th, b to the 7th, and b. Again, we have to take the least one, so we'll just take b. C to the 9th. Uh-oh, this doesn't have a c, and that doesn't have a c. So this is the biggest number that will divide out of all three evenly, or another way to think of it is the greatest common factor. So now what we're going to do is it's like we're going to just divide this out of each. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. The a squared is gone. We have b to the 8th. One b got taken out, so we still have b to the 7th, c to the 9th. Okay? Second one, again, divide by 2. We have that same sign, plus 19. A to the squared got taken out, so we have a cubed left. B was taken out, so we have to just take one of those b's off. One less b multiplied there, so b to the 6th. The last one, 12 divided by 2 is 6. A cubed, we have an a squared taken out, so just one a is left there. A b is taken out, so no b, and then c to the 4th. Now we want to do a quick check. There's a couple ways you can check this. One, you can look in the inside and see if you notice anything else that they all three have in common that we could factor out. Another way that I really love is you can take this 2a squared b and you can multiply it back through. When you multiply it back through, you should get 24a squared b to the 8th, c to the 9th, plus 38 a to the 5th, b to the 7th, minus 12b c to the 4th. Have we seen that before? Yeah, it's right here, our beginning answer. So when you multiply it, that factor back in, you should have exactly what you started with. So that's a great way to check yourself on factoring.